Good evening. If there is a God that is master of the universe and creator of everything, how could he possibly let himself be represented by the clowns who claim to be his followers? What would Jesus think of the people who now call themselves Christians? Would he even recognize them as Christians? One might call them Christoids, not actual Christians, but a remarkable simulation. Because if you were to observe the Christoid public behavior, you might then guess that their religion is basically just about defending fetuses and suppressing gay people. It's the only thing they've got to say. They no longer feed the hungry, or protect the weak, or heal the sick, or love their enemies, or turn the other cheek, or any of that stuff that Christianity used to be about. If Christ hadn't risen, as they say, he would be spinning in his grave over the nasty stuff being done in his name. These Christoids' existence should be evidence that there is no God. Because if there was a God, he would have already smitten these people for ruining his brand name. What Christoids have done to the brand name Christian is what the Coca-Cola execs did to Coke when they attempted to market New Coke. Christoids, they'll kill a doctor for performing an abortion to protect an unborn, a not person. They will kill a real person. They have an exemption to the thou shalt not kill commandment because they love the unborn more than they love the previously born. And they show God's love by tormenting homosexuals because God told them not to sell them wedding cakes. Now, what makes a wedding cake gay? Is it God finds rainbow frosting an insult? Or the only difference between a gay and straight wedding cake are the plastic figures on top. A straight wedding cake has the little plastic bride and groom, never two grooms or two brides. So perhaps these Christian bakers can do a workaround and give everyone who wants a wedding cake 4 little figurines. Then when it's out of the store, each couple can decide which 2 figurines to put on the cake. So until they put the figurines on, there's no such thing as a homosexual wedding cake. Christoids want their kids to have a religious exemption from anti-bullying laws because they want their children to be permitted to beat up the gay kids in class. That is their religion, their practice of faith. Now they don't realize that a religious exemption from a law could lead to followers of another religion demanding their religious rights to sacrifice a virgin by throwing her in a volcano, as per the instructions of their invisible friend. Remember when you were growing up and they told you that monotheism was a more advanced form of religious belief than polytheism? Is there somehow having one imaginary friend was better than having a bunch of imaginary friends? Why is it less sophisticated to say, my God lives in the river, or my God is the sun? And why is that different from my God wears a robe and sits in a throne in a cloud-filled room? Okay? Now, a real Jehovah would be embarrassed at the collection of nasty loons worshiping him. All the other gods make fun of Jehovah when they get together. Zeus and Thor and Baal and all the forest and river gods, they're laughing at him. They say, yo, Jehovah, any of your followers blow up an abortion clinic or a mosque lately in the name of love? The others, they mock Jehovah. Say, oh, look, here's Mr. Mono in monotheism. Hey, Jehovah, tell Jesus to seek medical attention if his resurrection lasts more than 4 hours. If there really is a God of the universe, then on Judgment Day, I can just look up to him and say, yo, how could I have possibly believed you were real based on the quality of your adherence? He'd give me a pass on that one. Because what I'm beginning to notice is that all religions have one underlying theme, and that is basically, do what my invisible friend says to do, or I will kill you. Thank you for letting me participate. Oh, don't like me on Facebook. Like me on PayPal. Thank you.